Welcome to Senzoku Lake. Hello and welcome to this beautiful summer day here in Senzoku Ike, or in English Senzoku Pond, which is really close to Senzoku Ike Station, a smaller, quieter area of Tokyo that's much more residential, but there's still plenty of great things to see. It literally means the place where you wash your feet. Recently, there are so many creators out there making such great content all across Japan about Tokyo and Osaka, Kyoto, and even some smaller places. But I often feel like these smaller, more residential areas get ignored and tourists just skip completely over them. In Tokyo, there are places where people are happy to have you and that are worth your time. So I really encourage you to come check this out, and I'm going to show you some great things that are here. But yeah, thanks. Wow! Senzoku Ike Station is a quick 20-minute, 350 yen ride from Shibuya Station with a transfer in Gotanda. This really is a little impromptu, but listen to that. It's so quiet, and it's such a beautiful park. So now we're on the way to the grave of Katsu Kaishu and his wife, which there's a museum dedicated to here in this park. Something really interesting about this man is he was one of the earliest proponents of westernization in Japan and modernization during the Meiji era, which is kind of like the 1800s. But he was so compelling that when an assassin came to kill him, instead of killing him, Katsu was able to convince this man, Sakamoto Ryoma, to instead join him and become his protege. So this Ronin changed his mind and decided to get on board with this Meiji restoration because of the basically the wit and convincing nature that this Katsu Kaishu man had. The story apparently goes that Katsu Kaishu came here and was so in love with the landscape and the lake and the way that everything came together for him that he decided to set his domicile here, live here, and wanted to be buried here. And so that's why Otaku, the name of the city that we're in inside Tokyo, decided to build this museum around his grave. And he's a very well-known figure in Japanese history. Before heading to the gravesite, there were a few things along the way that I wanted to check out. But before I could get to them, I noticed something really interesting. There were swan boats you could take out on the pond. What a cute, fun thing to do on a summer day. It only costs 800 yen for 30 minutes, and the staff will prepare the boat for you and help you shove off and dock back in. They were super helpful and friendly, and even spoke a little bit of English. In fact, everyone I ran into in the area was really friendly with me and with one another. It really felt like a tight-knit community. So silly. Here I am in the middle of Senzoku Pond riding a swan boat. Oh.
After my excursion on the swan boat, I asked the staff for a little bit of help getting back on track to the gravesite. But before that, I needed a coffee.
On my way to the next location, I saw this really cute cafe that was Hawaii themed. And I could really use a coffee, so I decided to stop by it. The staff's super nice. Didn't mind me filming. I made sure, set up my camera right here in the middle of their porch. No problem at all. Really nice. Can't recommend it enough. Good coffee, iced coffee on a hot day.
On the last stop before the gravesite, I came across the Otaku Municipal Library, a rare stop even for local remote workers in Japan.
I can't film inside the library because there are people working and concentrating in there, but I'm actually just outside the library right now, which has a nice cute bamboo forest behind me. A lot of people are sleeping on the library because it has free Wi-Fi. It even has a cafe for drinks and things like that, so it's a lot more affordable of an option for remote work or for just taking a break during the middle of your day after a long day of walking. And this library in particular is really interesting because Salem, Massachusetts is actually the sister city of Ota City in Tokyo, so they have a small section of English books. Don't sleep on libraries. One thing I'm noticing on this trip right now here is that unlike other parts of Tokyo, there's a lot of really friendly people who are talking to each other quite a bit. And there's tons of children playing and schools, and it just feels so much more neighborly than the area of Tokyo I'm more used to, and that you're probably more used to seeing. And I think that that's a really cool thing and a nice thing to discover. And this is the grave of Katsukaishu and his wife, here in Senzoku Ike Park. Katsukaishu was born in Edo, which is modern-day Tokyo, and he was originally born a samurai-class man. But he was an early advocate for westernization and modernization of Japan. So he decided to surrender to the Meiji government, and he went on to become what is now known as the father of the Japanese Navy. Well, my camera died right there at the end. I'm on my way home, but thanks for coming on this journey with me, and that's one down and 300 and something left to go.